Hey there friends, Foster the Canadian here, and Fridays with Foster is back. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's a weekly series in which you send me questions, I try to give you advice, you send me stories, I give you my take on them, share stories of my own, and we have fun. So, what you're seeing is a little bit of a different take on what Fridays with Foster normally is. Normally I have some footage from Halo, but because I've been doing Pokemon 3D, I figured the grinding parts of Pokemon 3D where I've got to go through and just battle Pokemon mindlessly trying to level up, I'd put that in the background of Fridays with Foster so it doesn't seem too boring when I'm playing Pokemon 3D. Alright, so aside from that, there have been a couple changes to the format. I hope you guys enjoy. Give me feedback, let me know what you think, and please send in your stories or ask me questions for next week's Fridays with Foster. Let's get started. I'd like to call the first story, Girl, 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 Girl Problems. First girl problems in my life. I saw that you were starting Fridays back up, and I've needed advice for months. I used to like this new popular girl, girl number 1, in my school, but I gave up eventually. I'm like at the bottom of popularity food chain. A week later, I developed a crush on a different, less popular girl, girl number 2. I actually have a chance with this person because we were friends before I started liking her. So I was fine with that until earlier today. A really popular girl, girl number 3, and her friend, girl number 4, were walking behind me, and girl number 4 called my name. I ignored her, thinking she would make a joke about me being on crutches. But she started yelling my name, and I turned around inside and asked what she wanted. She said, girl number 3 liked me. I raised my eyebrow in question when girl number 3 started shouting, "Shut up," with a serious face on. Just so we're clear, I do not like girl number 3, so I walked away wondering what I should do. But I really do like girl number 2 a lot. What should I do? P.S. I'm only in 7th grade. Alright, well, we got ourselves a player here, apparently. Alright, so, it seems like you don't realize your popularity with the chicks. Now, I don't know why you're on crutches, if it's something that you've lived with your entire life, or if you just recently broke your leg, but I can tell you that girls love that kind of thing. They love, I don't want to really say that girls like a wounded soldier, but that's kind of that's what it is. Alright, girls like a wounded soldier. And it kind of raises you up in popularity. I'm not sure where you would be without the crutches, but maybe among the guys, you might feel a little lower, but among girls, that definitely raises you up. At least with a lot of girls. I know some girls don't feel that way. But as for what you should do, if you like girl number 2, popularity does not matter. Popularity only gets you so far and it only lasts so long. If you really like girl number 2, that's the one that you pursue. You don't go after the most popular girl if you don't like her. You go after the one that you like and the one that you think that you could have something with. The one that you think is special to you and that you can be special to. So my advice is, girl number 3, 4, 1, ignore them. Just completely ignore them and pursue the girl that you really like, that you have chemistry with, and that you want to be with. And I wish you the best, and I hope you're really happy. I hope that things work out. Alright, I'd like to call this second story, A Crappy Lunchtime. Okay, I've been waiting for Fridays with Foster to return, so here it goes. I have a story from the 3rd grade. I was playing outside at lunchtime. They let us play and eat for 30 minutes at lunch, and me and my friends were playing in this tree area by my school. Anyways, I had a lot to eat at breakfast, and I wasn't feeling very good, so I told my friends to wait for me before we started playing. I ran to the bathroom, but before I made it, a teacher stopped me for running, and while she was telling me that I'm not allowed to run, my bowels opened up and I crapped myself. Needless to say, the pants were ruined as well as my day, but boy was that teacher's face red when she realized what had occurred. I know it sounds weird and made up, but I assure you this is a true story. It's a day that me and my teacher will never forget. And I guess the guy who had to clean it up. Okay, right off the bat, the guy who had to clean it up. I don't know who this poor fellow is. I don't know why he had to clean it up. But my heart goes out to him and his family's children and generations on. Oh man, that was one hell of a story. You just crap yourself, eh? Well, I actually do have a similar story that I think I might have told before, but in case I haven't, here it goes. The one and only time that I've crapped myself in public, it just feels weird to say it that way, but you said it, I might as well say it. I was playing at gym, PE, whatever you want to call it. I was in kindergarten, and we were playing a game with the big parachute, where you throw the parachute up and you learn about air. And, well, I had to go to the bathroom, but I was having too much fun, so I pooped myself. And that's pretty much the story. And actually, now that I'm retelling it, I'm pretty sure that I have told this before somewhere. So I don't want to go into the details again, but it wasn't a very fun ride home because it wasn't my mom that was giving me the ride home. It was someone that she got to drive me home. So that was wonderful. Okay, so thanks for the story, and if anyone has any poop-related stories, it's fitting that Fridays with Foster returns, and we have girl advice and a poop story right off the bat. You guys have any to send in? Just send me over Facebook or YouTube. Send me via private message. Alright friends, I don't really know how to categorize this next one. It was sent in by Zealot Sniper 77, and he specified that he would like to be referred to by username and not remain anonymous, like I do keep 99.999% of all these messages that I get sent in. And the reason is he sent me a message letting me know that he has an inoperable brain tumor. And this is something that, people send me in stories all the time, and this is something that I can't give advice to, that I was thrown back when I got the message. I didn't know how to respond to it because it's not something that I can relate to, and there's nothing I can really say about it other than, this is a crappy situation for anyone to be in, and it really puts in perspective, the real problems out there. I get messages all the time for Fridays with Foster about, little tiny things about how to overcome something that's somewhat embarrassing or how to approach girls. And this is something that is real, that can't really be fixed. At least I can't do anything to fix it or, even attempt to give advice to help fix it. And it's something that I wasn't originally going to put into Fridays with Foster, but I kind of want to give this perspective to people that there are things out there that are out of our control, that we can't help, that are really the important issues. I have troubles with day-to-day things, like burning my meal or losing game save data, and then I get something like this where someone's dealing with something that is much worse than anything I've ever dealt with, and I feel like it was a wake-up call for me, and maybe it will be a wake-up call for some of you to realize that there's things out there that are far worse than your problems that you're going through. And I'm not saying that this is, the worst thing ever. I'm not sure how severe it is. It could be something that maybe he can live with for a while, or, something that he can try to turn into a positive thing. I'm not sure exactly how he would go about doing that, but, it's not something that he's letting hold him back from life. And there are things that I feel I've let hold me back from life that are not nearly as severe as this. And I figured I'd share it with you guys through his request and through Fridays with Foster. So, I don't really know what to say. I honestly have so little to say about this because I don't feel that I can properly put into words how I feel about these kinds of issues. I don't feel that I can do it justice, so I'm just going to end it abruptly. Alright friends, I hope you've enjoyed Fridays with Foster. I didn't really want to end on a real sour note, but, it was a request from the person who sent in that they had the inoperable brain tumor, and it was something that I felt I wanted to say something about. I just didn't know what to say about it. But if you guys want to see more Fridays with Foster, send me in stories, and let me know if you like this Pokemon 3D thing, or if you'd like it to go back to Halo. I just felt that this would be a nice little break, and it would allow me to grind in Pokemon 3D and continue the series on a much better note with higher level Pokemon. So until next time, this is Foster the Canadian, saying see ya.